gloves back in season? None of what we say should be taken as financial advice, and to be transparent, we do own some shares in ITMax. Hey guys, if you're interested in building a 6 to 7 figure portfolio using the power of stock investing, head over to the comment section or the description to sign up for our free masterclass so that we share with you exactly how we do it. So Jonathan, you know, it's been a while since we talked about gloves and Supermax. We've purposely avoided them because there's really not much to talk about. The last update was that gloves are expected to have a more normalized and slightly increasing their ASPs for the gloves. I think this is expected to be Q4 this year, right? Or somewhere start of next year. Top glove owner was very positive, but Harta Lega wasn't. But number 3 in the packing order, or number 4, is Supermax, and they experienced some sort of pump in a way. And interestingly, over the past year, they're actually up 25%. This wouldn't get into the news because people hate gloves so much right now. So right now, it's 22.2 billion ringgit, 2.3 nearly in market cap. And I think part of it comes because of the news about the import ban for Supermax. A lot of this forced labor, which is a bit weird because you would expect the price to drop rather than go up. But yes, what's up?
Actually, I thought this was a positive news because they leaves. So initially, Supermax got banned. They cannot export their products to US. Right now, they can already. So somewhat there was a up beat in terms of share price. So you can see that there's a 5% up in just a few days only. And if you look at in terms of their geographical coverage, right? Yeah, the US side is big, but then they didn't really tell you how many percent is actually coming from the US, specifically North America. But thanks to some of the analysts, they actually did mention about 20% actually comes from the US.
Out of 20% of total 20%
total of the
okay,
revenue.
So if this looks like it's 30%. So here you can say 2/3 of this line.
Yeah, you can say that. Yeah, this one, this
we'll say about
color
that.
line. Yeah, so somewhat a positive sign for Supermax because they can have more sales volume going out, which potentially could mean that maybe their loss making will be shrinking at least because there's some backlog that they didn't manage to actually export out to the US. So right now, at the current share price of about 84 cents or market cap 2.3 billion, the market is actually expecting them to make back 2018 to 2019's earnings, or so to speak, or maybe even revenue in the future. That is the price that is basically telling us whether they will deliver or not, we shall see in the next few quarters. But assuming they didn't, then probably means we will see a further downtrend in terms of share price. But no predictions. So this is all just me blabbering out speculation stuff. Okay, so this is the final comment. On the analyst side, they say that contributes about 20% of the total sales. However, even though this positive news came out, the analysts were still very neutral or very even bearish on the glove outlook.
Mostly ASP, right?
Yeah, correct. And also quite interesting is that the China's glove export actually dropped 1%.
That's quite right.
Yeah. Initially, they were actually making about like 10% growth in terms of export. So the sudden drop tells you a lot about the glove demand right now. Even China also, that they are charging at a very low ASP, also facing a drop in sales volume. So what more can our local industry players can do, right? Probably also they'll be making more worse off than the China. And another interesting thing that I saw was that the analysts kind of projected them to have about 0.5 times forward book value versus the sector's average of 1.7 times. This is actually during the previous downturn in 2008 to 2011 and 2014, 2015. I think that's when the when was the H1N1? Is it 2008 or is it 2014? I cannot remember.
Yeah.
It was a very long time ago. Yeah, but then it's quite bad as compared to the previous downturns. So that is actually pretty interesting in terms of their valuation. But any comments?
Well, Supermax, you can see, will always be seen as, third or fourth tier when it comes to the glove industry.
Yep.
Some say for good reason, but I do know that this makes it, me historically, when I profited from Supermax, this is precisely what I look for, right? Companies that are less loved in an industry that's not very well loved, that is about to be loved,
Correct.
That's pretty much it. But guys, before we move on, if you're someone looking to level up their stock investing skills and you need a lot more guidance, we do have a one-on-one program called the Mentorship Program. If you're interested, you can apply it in the comment section or the description. But let's move on to ITMax. ITMax, I think, is a fantastic company.
Yeah.
And recently, there's been quite a bit of volume picking up.
Yeah.
Price went from $1.40 to $1.70.
That's about 20% up, actually.
20%. And comes from the news that they got a 100 million job from Iskandar Putri City Council. Now, this is important because they've mainly been Klang Valley based.
Yeah.
And so now the fact that they've gotten a Johor one implies that they have the ability to go to all states.
Actually, they did have a small contract in Johor, but it's not as big. So I think, so right now it is a very positive news for ITMax, and it is a very recurring kind of business because it is over a period of 15 years and it's on a service subscription basis. So it is it's going to be a good income for ITMax.
Yeah, I mean, two things, right? One is the lack of CCTVs or things like that we have, or smart traffic light system, they call it. And the fact that you probably get some sort of recurring revenue, usually it's like 20-30% of the entire contract values,
Yeah, correct.
So that would be interesting.
Yeah,
the overview.
Yeah,
profits you can see is slowly going up.
Yeah, so right now they're making about 30 million. So with this new contract, probably we can expect them to increase about, no guarantees, maybe 20%. 10-20%. That's the conservative figure, because they haven't really tell you how much would that even go into the bottom line. But based on your projections, you can just see how much they can make lah. Okay, so final comments. This is a very sticky mode. Company that has a very sticky mode. I mean, they are the only one who controls the CCTV in Malaysia.
Yeah.
And they have about like 5,000 in DBKL, 3,600 in PDRM's lockup facility. They own this CCTV and they lease it out to their government. Wow. So yeah, it's a very sticky and strong. And I believe our research team also got mentioned that it's going to take, I don't know how many years, but it's going to be a very headache if you want to change ITMax into someone else.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll be a quite pain in the butt lah. So and just now MG mentioned about under surveillance also. In the Asian countries, right now they have about 5 video cameras or CCTVs per 1,000 people.
Half of that,
yeah. So there's still a lot of room to grow. And if you look at the developed countries, they have even like more than 10 already.
Yeah, I think Singapore is like 30 something, I saw 30, 40.
Yeah, somewhat around that figure. Yeah, which is, you can see the room for growth is quite high lah. So that's why we can say that maybe ITMax could be the next company that's going to be listed in KLC at 30.
Yeah, they have the chance to become one of the best chances out there, I would say, to become a KLCI over time if they execute well, and if they maintain the right connections.
Yeah,
I think that's what they can do.
Yeah, but the one thing is that now because of this premium recurring income and the business that they have, is definitely going to trade at a very expensive valuation.
That is correct. Alright guys, enjoying the video so far? If the answer is yes, remember, like, comment, subscribe. And as far as comments go, if you don't like the video, do let us know as well. We always take all sorts of feedback, as long as they're constructive. Alright, oil and gas, last bit. Recently, a few of the companies that we covered in FIRL Pro went up quite a bit, especially in oil and gas. And mostly because Russia wants to ban exports of gasoline and diesel. Hopefully this will push the price up, at least in the case of Russia. And of course, as an oil producing nation, Malaysia is affected as well.
Yeah.
We can see here 3 companies: Hibiscus, Bumi Armada, Velesto. Everyone here, with the exception of Hibiscus, not known to be, great companies, or good at managing their capital, but you can see even then prices have been going up steadily.
Yes.
Right, especially hibiscus, but actually all three of them, to be fair.
I think more so for Velosto because I think they are right now the only main player that do these drilling works for the upstream player. Like they provide the drills. Sorry, not drill. I think it's Drig or something like that. Yeah.
Right.
Initially, there's Icon Offshore, but Icon Offshore, they exited the business and now we have Velosto only. Yeah. So you did cover about oil and gas. So if you want to check it out, if you want to learn more about how to invest in oil and gas, that's part 1 and part 2. The videos are all inside our channel. So I think that's about it for today's video.
Yeah, just a really, really short one. And reminder, FIRL Pro up pretty decent. Actually, it's probably up more in September. We're gonna update it, I believe, closer to end of this month.
Yes.
If you want to know what it's about, basically very short, easy to understand reports. Anyone without any financial background should be able to understand it, and takes you no more than 15 minutes to consume these reports. And the main objective for these reports is to cut short your research time by 90%, because a lot of us are very busy. We have lives, we have maybe children, jobs, 2 jobs. So that's what FIRL Pro is for. If you want to get a sense of what it looks like, head over to the free sample section, download, check it out. If you like it, proceed to sign up. If you don't, that's fine as well. And if you've signed up already and you've realized that, hey, this is not really for me, within 10 days, you can send us an email and we will provide you with the refund. No questions asked. Risk free. Pay for it. 10 days you don't like, you get your money back. Regardless whether you sign up or not, thanks for staying all the way until the end of the video. Really appreciate it. And I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.
Bye-bye.